Hello and welcome back. It's early in the morning, it's 4 a.m. I'm trying to make some meat pies. I start with flour. This is 3 cups of flour. I'm using this cup. This is a 1 cup. 3 cups of that. And then we are going to need water and baking powder and salt and eggs as well as margarine. Yes, so I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to mix. The flour is sifted. Now we put butter in it. This butter is around 120 grams of butter. 120 grams of butter. This we are going to mix using our hands until we form breadcrumbs. We would like to put as much butter as you can because you want the dough to be flaky. You want the dough to be flaky because the flakiness is what makes the pies soft and desirable. So when we talk about flakiness, this is what you see when you get some pies. They kind of have a skin that seems to be falling off. However, we may not achieve that in this session because I'm not letting the dough rest. The key to that is resting the dough, and most of the times it is good that you leave the dough overnight. If you leave the dough overnight, you can see we have a flaky dough. Yeah, what you want is when you're mixing the dough, when you do this, it should be coming together, right? So it means that we've reached the end point. Now I'm going to add in an egg. Next we add in an egg. Let's make a well in the center. So sometimes you may be wondering why some videos do not make it to the channel. It's because sometimes I'm making the things as early as this and there's no one to take a video, because it becomes difficult for you to be making the videos as you're making the things yourself. So there is the egg added in, and we are getting there, slowly getting there. Good. Now what you don't want to do is to overwork the dough. Do not overwork the dough. Now we are going to add in some water. You don't want to put a lot of water at once because this dough is not going to be, it's not necessarily a wet dough. Okay, it's a soft dough, so you need to be splashing water little by little. Now, if you notice, I like to work with my hands because that gives me a good idea of where I should stop. Okay, I've just realized that I forgot to put in some salt, so I'm going to put in a pinch of that. Yeah, I was supposed to do that at the beginning as I was sifting, so I'm going to add in a little bit more water, and then I'll work the dough. As I've already said, you do not want to overwork the dough, so you just slowly mix the water in So I mix the water in. Yeah, maybe a little more. Hey, I think I've added too much water there. Alright, so I started with this is 1.5 cups that I'm using, and I'm at the half mark, so it means I've used almost a cup of water. So I'm just going to turn this on the surface so that I can work it properly. I'm going to gently work it, not like we do with the yeast dough. At the time that you're turning it onto the surface, it will look like this. Some of the bits are not mixed in yet. So what we want to do is to gently mix them in. We'll gently mix them in. Gently. Yeah. Don't worry, the dough will come together. And if it is not, then you can be putting water slowly. So since I'm doing the capturing myself, I will do that and then show you at the end. So the dough will be looking chunky like that. Don't worry about it. That's what we are aiming for. We're not aiming for smoothness. We just want it to come together. Okay. Just want it to come together. Not aiming for smoothness. Yeah. Just want this to come together. So it should look chunky. Yeah. It will look chunky like so. But it works. Don't worry about it. Here we are. After 5 minutes of putting it together, we are here. So you can see it looks cracked. It doesn't look like very well put together. But that's what we want. That is what is going to bring us magic. So I'm going to put this in the fridge for it to rest a bit. I already said that we can't do the full on resting, the overnight resting, because this is in the morning and these things are needed this morning. So I'm just going to wrap it in cling film, or you can just put it in a container, cover it and put in the fridge. While it is resting, I'm going to start preparing the filling. So I'll prepare the filling and then I'll proceed with the process of how it's going to look like. There it is, wrapped and ready for its beauty sleep to rest in the fridge. And then I can work on the filling of the pie. So for the filling, we need an egg. This is my masala spice, salt, and of course we need ground beef or minced meat. And then this is toasted bread, which I'm going to make into breadcrumbs, and an onion. I don't really have so much to put in. I'm going to put in maybe some black pepper for a little bit of a kick. But this is what we need. So I'm going to prepare that and then we'll proceed. We start now. Teaspoon masala, teaspoon salt, and breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. 1 egg. 1 egg. So we are using the egg as a binder as well as the breadcrumbs, and then we'll add in the onion. Yeah, mix this together. Mix them well until they are well incorporated. Until well incorporated. This is where we've got to. The meat is holding on well together, right? So let that rest maybe for just a minute because we are running out of time. But what you don't want is for the meat to be falling apart. So we'll use this meat now in the next step. It's been resting in the fridge, and now we are going to do what we need to do. So we'll flour the surface. I don't want to wake the whole of it in one go, so I'm going to cut this, work on one part, and then work on the other. So I'm going to roll this using a floured rolling pin. What we are aiming for is we don't want to press this too hard, working gently, flatten it out, flatten it out. You also don't want it to be too thick, nor too thin, maybe just a medium thickness. I don't have a measurement for you that love to get measurement. Also, how thick should it be, 10 millimeters or what? I don't have a measurement. Just telling you that you need to roll it. I think that should be a good point, a good stopping point. Yeah. We want it to be, so I'm going to just make sure that it is straight, cut off the edges, cut off the edges. I don't know if I'm cutting off too much. Cut off the edges. I think one side is too thick, this side is too thick, so flatten it some more. Yeah. As you know, many things are driven by personal preference. So while there may be a measurement somewhere, one prefers to do things a certain way, another prefers to do also a certain way. I think I'm going to stop there. Just going to take that one off again, and then I'm going to take this off too. Right. Now, next step, I'm going to take the meat, the already prepared meat, and just going to make a log and put it right there. It looks messy. Don't worry about it. It is going to taste good. The taste we are looking for. So for those of you who are squeamish, why are you doing that? Is most of the home cooking we use hands, but hands are better because when they're dirty, we are going to go and wash them off. So there we are. Now I'm going to roll that, but before I do, I'm going to make sure that the edge is smeared with water. Why I'm doing that is because I want it to stick. So now I'm going to roll this. It's a sausage roll, by the way. Yeah. So there goes my roll. And then I'm also going to, I need to water this edge as well. You can also use eggs to do that. So I'm just going to do that to make sure that it sticks. I think my sausage roll is too thick, but that's fine. We can pinch the edge if we want. Pinch the edge where the 2 points are meeting. I think I need to put in some more water. Yeah, so that we close that seam. Okay. Yeah, as simple as that. So I'm going to cut off this very beginning here and then do the cutting. So there is my sausage roll. Sure, someone is going to be really happy today. Yeah, I've rolled them too thick. I hope they are going to cook soon because time is not on my side. Yeah, so that is sausage rolls. That's how we make sausage rolls. Now we just have to to make sure that the top is pierced so that it bakes very well. We are going to put that in well-oiled pan. Better if you line the pan. Yeah, better if you line the pan, but if you don't have something to line the pan with, it's okay. You can just grease it very well. So I have 5 out of that. Here we are out of the oven after some 30 minutes. I had to take out some because I had to give my child who was going to school. So that's why you see that we started with more, but we are now remaining with less. Some have breast, but that's normal. Okay, so now we are going to put on the shine, and the house smells amazing because of these. Don't even think it's working. So I've put on some margarine. The first time I was using oil, so I'm using now margarine to brush the tops to bring the shine. Yeah, so now that didn't end very well. Maybe do that, just moving about. Yep, good. Yeah, it didn't brown as much, but doesn't mean they're not going to taste good. These will taste very, very good. Let's taste. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. So these are my sausage rolls. Yes, and this is for my tasting. And let's check this out. Hey, right? Tastes good. If you like these videos, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, try out the recipes, and do the next one. Bye.